What is up, guys? Sam here. This is the beginning video in a series that I'm going to call Leveling Sesh. This is Leveling Sesh episode 1. I just recently created a female orc warlock, and before I get started I just wanted to say I did not realize how big of an ass orcs have. You can't really notice it because of my cape here, but orcs have a ginormous behind. Gray just pointed that out to me a few days ago. I thought it was freaking hilarious. But anyways, I just created a warlock a few days ago. Jesse also created a rogue. Obviously freaking PvP junkie. Then we got Gray, who made another warrior. I don't know why. I guess he just wanted another one because he's obsessed with his main tune toy, but it's whatever. I did not realize how much fun you could have on a warlock. Like, I mean, I've never had a warlock in my life. The highest I've ever gotten a warlock was like 20, and I was on a blood elf, and I was just bored. But like, I'm actually gonna get this guy to 85, and once you actually start getting a lot of spells, you know, I didn't realize how complicated, but also how fun warlocks can be. Right now, I'm only level 34, and I've already got this super complicated rotation, at least for me, because I might be an idiot. But I'm gonna go over that rotation really quick. For Destro, what you want to start out with is Bane of Agony. Then you want to follow up with a Corruption, Immolate, and then as soon as Immolate is on your target, you want to do Conflagrate. Conflagrate is probably one of my favorite spells in the entire freaking world. As soon as you cast Conflagrate, there's something you can spec into. It's called Backdraft. I've only got 2 points in it. I'm gonna finish with 3rd point as soon as I get to, what is it, 35. But when you spec into that, when you cast Conflagrate, the cast time for your next 3 Shadow Bolts, Incinerate, and Chaos Bolt spells are reduced by 30%, last 15 seconds. Now that's going to be when I spec into it again, but I mean, that pretty much just gives you the rotation right there. You put all your dots up, you cast Conflagrate, and then you do your 3 Shadow Bolts. What I'd also recommend is, I just saw it right next to Backdraft, improves Soulfire. Increases your fire and shadow damage by 4% for 20 seconds after you deal damage with Soulfire. I guess that I recommend for like a boss fight. You would start out with Soulburn, and then immediately cast Soulfire, so it increases your damage for, what, 20 seconds? So that gives you enough time to get some solid deeps out. You're going to put your dots up, and then Conflagrate, and then your Shadow Bolts, and that's just going to increase your damage overall if you spec in to improve Soulfire. As far as Life Tap goes, Life Tap is a pretty cool move. You get it at a pretty low level. I think it was like 5 or 6, maybe 7, something like that. Life Tap is, you take damage, but that damage taken is converted into mana gained using your low on mana and not low on health. Now, it's very general in that description. You really shouldn't use it if you're in a really good guild. Because if you're in a really good guild, chances are you're going to have amazing gear, and amazing gear means shit ton of mana, so you're not going to lose a lot of mana, aka you don't have to use Life Tap that much. But starting out, I guess you could use Life Tap a lot, like in 5-man dungeons or something like that, like weak sauce stuff. But I would not really recommend using it if you're in a really good guild, because your guild leader's going to get pissed at you. Say you're using Life Tap nonchalantly because you think it's cool, and you're gonna do it until you have 10% health left, and then you realize, oh, well, this boss is about to do a freaking AoE blast that kills your entire raid if you're less than 10% health. Not that they would be, but you are, because you were using Life Tap, so you die instantly. So yeah, that's a huge reason why you don't want to use Life Tap when you're doing a crazy raid or something. I'm gonna have to put that in mind when I get into a good guild later on when this guy's 85 and really decked out in gear. I probably won't even use Life Tap at all. I'm sure if I do, even like once, my healer is gonna be like, yo, why the hell are you taking so much damage, dude? The boss hasn't even touched you. So yeah, I don't want to be getting bitched at by healers all the time. So this is just a little intro video for Destruction Warlocks and covering Life Tap a little bit, when you shouldn't use it. I hope you learned a lot from this video, or maybe a little, or maybe nothing at all, you know. It all depends. But thanks so much for watching this video. Tell your friends about us. Make sure you're subscribed. Stay tuned. This has been an Average WoW Players production. Thanks for watching.